Hi, I'm Kyle Barker, and I'm here today to teach you about the basics of parallel parking. It's one of those things that you see a lot of the time out on the road that people really struggle with. So I'm going to go over the basics of how to do this both quickly and safely. For 2 years I was a driving instructor, did both classroom and out in the field as a behind-the-wheel instructor, so I know these principles work. So basically what you want to do first is as you're approaching the parking space, you want to put your turn signal on to alert other traffic that you're going to be going for that spot. The reason we want to do that is because if there's a car right behind you, you're not going to be able to get into that spot. So hopefully by using your signal right there, people will give you a little bit of space to get into that spot. So as you approach, you want to leave about 1.5 to 2 feet of space between your car and the car that's parked on the side of the road. You also want to line up, to the best you can, your back bumper with the back bumper of that car right there. The reason that we do that is because if you're too far forward, you give yourself a chance to hit that car on its back bumper, and obviously you want to avoid an accident at all costs. Also, if you're too far back, you don't give yourself the proper angle to get into the spot correctly. So as we approach, we're now in the spot, and now we have to figure out how we're going to get back into that parking space. So what we're going to do is turn the wheel all the way to the right. We do this because it takes out a lot of the guesswork. As the wheel's all the way to the right, you don't really have to think too much about what you're doing. It's just all the way to the right. It's very simple and it's very easy to learn and teach. So you go all the way to the right until you're at the back left bumper of this car. Once again, it's essentially an estimation, but if you get your front right bumper lined up with that back left bumper, you're going to know that you're going to be able to clear this car without hitting it. And you know that you're going to be able to get into that spot without hitting this car. And now all you have to focus on is not hitting that car and the curb. So it takes one of the variables out of the equation. Once you're at that spot, you want to stop the car and turn the wheel all the way to the left. Once again, we're taking out the guesswork in parking. We just want this to be simple and easy. So we go all the way to the left and we slowly go back. And we know we're not going to hit this car. So as we go slowly and back to the left, we're just worried about this car and the curb. As we go back, we're thinking about the curb, and a lot of times people think it's a terrible thing if you bump the curb, but it's actually okay. You just want to go back slowly enough that you don't jolt your car, injure your passengers, anything like that, and especially not going up on the curb. But if you just tap the curb, that's okay. In that situation, all you want to do is turn the wheel all the way back to the right and pull forward. So once you're back into the parking space, you want to make sure that there's an even distance between this car here and that car there. So you want to be within 12 inches of the curb because that's what you're legally mandated to do. If you're too far out, you're going to be blocking traffic, and that's something you really want to avoid. So now you've parked your car, you're in the parking space, you've put on your emergency brake, you're able to go to your destination. Next, what you're going to have to do is get out of this parking space. So you come back to your car, and what you want to do is turn the wheel all the way back and to the right. So your car that is going to be positioned here is going to go back, and the front of the car is now going to be facing out. So you're in that position, and you turn the wheel all the way to the left. You should have enough distance at this point to just turn your left blinker on, watch for traffic. We always want to be aware of other traffic that's going to be on the road. At this point, we pull out and to the left, and you go on with your day. Once again, I'm Kyle Barker, and that was the Parallel Parking Basics. Thank you.